I want to share with you the fastest way to start, grow, and scale your financial services business. Now, I spent my first 10 years up until 2015 building a business the wrong way, being inefficient and ineffective, working hard rather than working smart. Now, when I got back to mortgages in 2016, having downsized my team of 13 back to me and my PA, I did everything completely different. Now, I invested heavily into coaches, consultants, courses, programs, mentorship, and that's given me a huge amount of business knowledge. And that's enabled me to now earn an income from my business's turnover since 2016 of in excess of 2.5 million. Now, I want to share with you the 3-step process that you can follow so that you can understand where you are now versus where you want to be so that you can get the fast track to your result and your outcome. So you're going to want to grab a pen and paper, and you're also going to want to comment in and let me know what stage you are at, or you're going to want to reach out to me and let me know, because I've got something that will help you at each of those 3 stages. So step number 1, or let me give you a little bit of context first of all on my journey. So I got back to mortgages in 2016, having only done really a couple of mortgages since 2009. You know, I was specializing in adverse credit, pre-credit crunch. And when they announced the credit crunch, adverse mortgage market disappeared off the face of the planet. I had a business and it was gone. So I had to diversify and do life insurance for almost 7 years. And I upscaled, downsized, had a business partner, my best friend, bought him out or let him buy in, bought him back out, recruited badly, had wrong people in wrong seats, all these lessons that give real world experience. So my journey has been very much a case of, simply put, 2016 was relearning the mortgage industry, getting back to being good as an advisor, and utilizing social media to market to my clients. 2017 became about process and about delegation, more to my PA, and became about looking at ways in which I could automate my marketing or repurpose content, leverage time, one piece of content into multiple pieces of content. 2018 then became about systemizing my process. And also during that time, I didn't want to get bogged down with compliance or file checks when I wanted to start recruiting. So I spent 6 months researching mortgage networks before I then decided to join Primus in the June of 2018. And then subsequently, after flying through their compliance, realizing that I preferred my directly authorized life, as that's how I've been since 2009, I closed that other business and went all in on my directly authorized firm from the January of 2019. Now, having set up a system that enabled us to work remotely to recruit anybody from anywhere, in the October of 2018, I took on Sally as my first advisor in March of 2019, based in Wales, and that proved that the systems and processes worked from anywhere. In August, her husband left her job and became her administrator. In the October, Andrew joined in Worcester, and again, we weren't in the office all that much. I then, in the February of 2020, took on 5 advisors all in one fell swoop, and they came down to the office, and then we got hit with a global pandemic and the world massively changed. But I can remember the day, on the 17th of March, I said to Andrew, do you want to move into the role of, sales manager, operations manager, looking after the advisors, dealing with the compliance, checking their T&C, managing the CRM system on their behalf and making sure that they're monitoring and managing the leads? Because that was something that I didn't want to get bogged down to, and I'll share with you a little bit more on that in a moment. So he stepped into operational kind of sales manager type role in March of 2020. And we grew again. We lost a couple of advisors. We grew a couple of advisors through the course of the pandemic. And I stopped advising around about June of 2020. So I haven't really done more than probably 5 or 6 mortgages in the last 12 months. And there's a reason for that, because I focused on marketing, strategy, and direction for the business. And that's the vital point of going from startup to growing to scaling. We are now at a scale-up phase. For the last 12 months, I've actually had an office in Worcester, 3.5 hours away from where I'm living, where we have a team of 6 people, realizing that actually there's a better structure that we have going into the remainder of this year. I'm going to be focusing on bringing the head office back to me in Chelmsford. I've just recruited an operations manager. Andrew's role is changing, and we are about to go through a huge phase of scale up. So that's just a little bit of my journey and my story and why I wanted to talk to you about this. But here's the important thing. 3 phases of your personal and business and journey development. The first thing you need to focus on, as I did in 16 and 17, is becoming an expert advisor. You need to make sure that you are bloody good at your job. You're starting out, you're at the startup phase. You're starting, you need to make sure that you are an expert at what you do. Now, you may have left a job and gone self-employed, you may have gone straight into self-employment, but you need to make sure that you've got the mentoring and the coaching and the training to do the job efficiently and effective, to maximize every opportunity and every lead, to make sure that you are focusing on marketing, driving your business forward, contacting everyone that you specifically know in order to gain referrals, recommendations, posting on social media channels, and really starting to take your business to 5 figures. You can easily achieve 5-figure months, 50 to 100 grand a year, just as one person, providing you understand how to do the job effectively, efficiently, in the order and the structure and which it needs to be done to get the best results. In 2016, after 7 years out of doing full-time mortgages, I was able to write just shy of £250,000 in 2016 with me and my PA. That was the person who I kept. And in around about the June time of 2016, I recruited a marketing apprentice to repurpose my social media content and when I started doing video. So April 2016 till April 2017, I banked 329,000. And the reason being is because I was attracting the right client. So in that startup phase, it's really important that you have the foundational knowledge to do the job, because with the foundational knowledge to do the job, you can then start phase number 2, which is growing. And the growing revolves around following a simple 5-step process. You have to know where you are going and you have to be following a proven method to drive your business forward. So if you're already good at your job, you just need to get more leads in. You just need to improve on your process and make sure that it's hyper robust. You need to systemize your process with a customer relationship management system. You want to take your sales to the next level, then you need to think about these next actions to grow your business. So phase number 2 is all about growth. And I call it fast business growth. That's the key thing. If you follow the simple process and the system and the steps, then you're able to achieve fast business growth. So the first step of it is having a clear vision in terms of where you want to be in the next 12 months, and then breaking that down into quarterly goals, monthly tasks, and weekly actions. Vision and satellite navigation destination, goal setting are the vital first step. Once you understand that, built around the numbers that you want to achieve in your business, you are then able to move into the marketing phase. What marketing do you need to do in order to be able to bring in that volume of leads? And that's everything that's free and organic. The world is so different now with so many different social media channels, with looking at video, podcasting, blogging. You've got 1-minute videos, you've got Reels, you've got TikTok, you've got LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You've got all of these free channels that you can leverage and utilize, as well as referrals, recommendations, introducers, etc., to drive your business forward. You just need to understand how to leverage all the free marketing. Once you've got a clear idea of your free marketing that you're doing, you need to focus on process. Now, when you do the expert advisor phase of things, that is an element of process and how you do things. But the growth phase is about systemizing that process, as it was for me in 2017 and 2018. Once you have set the destination, you need to be able to have a consistent sales process and a system that supports the process in order to give you time and freedom and flexibility, and also to drive sales in your business forward. So, getting the system right, making sure you've got the right one for you, for your brain, for your business is absolutely vital. Once you've nailed down your process and your system, you're then able to focus on people. And this is where you need to recruit a PA or an administrator as soon as possible, because you can leverage the lower value tasks. In a mortgage world, for example, you've got answering the phone, you've got booking in your new lead, you've got chasing clients for documents, you've got keying applications, you've got sending letters, you've got got chasing the lender, uploading documentation to the network. And on that point, actually, just to go back one step, your network are going to provide you with a CRM system. That's not what you use to manage your business. That's for you to deal with compliance. You need a system that enables you to understand where your customer is in the customer journey and what predictable income you're going to have in the future. That's what the CRM system does for you. And the beauty of that is at the people phase, you're bringing someone else in to manage the process and the system. I can delegate so easily, and I can have my entire team, a team of 20 based throughout the whole of the UK, because the way in which I measure, monitor and manage them is through the CRM system. So in order to be able to have more people, you must first have a system that works for the business. Once you then have people, and I believe everybody should have a PA and administrator before they have an advisor, you are then able to look at step number 5, which is about focusing on sales. Maximizing every opportunity, selling more to the right clients, looking at missed opportunities, bringing in other income streams. You don't just want to earn money from the mortgage. You need to earn it from the broker fee, the life insurance, critical illness, the income protection, the health insurance, the referral for the will, or bringing wills in-house, which is something I train people to do. You need to look at referring out for pensions and investments. You need to have multiple streams of income at the sales phase. And that completes the growth section. Because at that point where you've worked on those 5 areas and you've got 2 or 3 people on your team, you then start thinking about scaling. Now that growth phase can take you right the way through to 7 figures. It's done that for me. I'm now a 7-figure brokerage. I haven't sold a mortgage in over a year, and the team are fully systemized and automated. So at the scaling phase, which is where I'm at now, we've gone through startup, we've gone through growing, and now we're going through scaling. To go to 7 figures and beyond, if you're at the point where you're doing 500,000-600,000, your business changes. The way in which you begin to take it to the next level is branding, and that's personal and business branding. It's attracting ideal clients. It's then automating the process of the marketing on the front end, and then it's about utilizing ads, it's about utilizing email databases and email sequences. And yeah, automation is absolutely vital at the stage of process and systemization, but automating your marketing is how you scale up. That's where I spend most of my time now, is on strategy, is on marketing, is on direction, is on vision, is on scaling the automated marketing and making it predictable. I focus on building a machine that brings spending £1 and bringing £5 in, for example. I focus on leading the team, not managing them day to day. We have people who do that for me. I don't manage the business day to day. I don't manage the process or the systems. I've got an operations manager who does that. I focus on leading the team and supporting my managers who run the business. You need to, at the scale up phase, understand who you are more than anything else, what your positives, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, where you need to improve, what other areas you need to delegate, and where you need to spend most of your time. You need to focus highly on your superpowers, the 3 to 5 things that only you can do, and you delegate and manage and monitor everybody else. And that is how you take your business then to 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million. So I haven't reached 10 million yet, so I can't tell you how to build a 10 million pound business, but I will. We are at the phase of doing 7 figures and going to the next level, massively scaling up, going through an entire rebrand, implementing a new CRM system, because what got us to 20 people is not going to get us to 40 to 50 people. So I hope this has given you some inspiration as to the journey of where you could embark on. Removing yourself from the day-to-day operations of the business is all part of the scale-up phase. You have to have process, systems and people. You have to have sales. So I would love you to let me know where you are on your journey right now. Are you starting, growing, or scaling? So either connect with me on Instagram and come and tell me where you are, or leave a comment below and you can tell me which of those 3 phases you are. If you connect with me on Instagram, send me a DM with start, grow, or scale. I've got a free gift for you that I would love to share with you that's going to help you to get a clearer understanding of how to do the job, how to market your business, how to structure it better so that you can get more results and drive your business forward. Those 3 phases are what's going to bring you a better lifestyle. I'm all about building a lifestyle business that enables you to do more of what you love with who you love. You know, that enables you to achieve more mentally, physically, and financially. You have to go through periods of short-term pain to give you long-term gain. You know, I've been working more than ever over the last couple of months, but that's with the viewpoint that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's a reason and a purpose for it. Recruiting people, rebranding and launching a new website along with CRM system, the sacrifices are to get to the next phase. You look at building a business as building blocks. If you go through the startup and you reach a plateau and you're not recruiting people, then you need coaching and mentoring support and guidance. Many of my clients in the startup and the growing phase have achieved £100,000 in sales and turnover within 12 months of working with me. And you can do that too. You just have to follow the process and the system. So thanks very much indeed for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this. Remember, now's the time to become pro.